Hi guys, welcome to another tutorial here on IT.tutorials. I am Joseph Botner. I invite you to another tutorial here on IT.tutorials. I'm continuing the series of tutorials regarding to grocery vegetable list. This application represents a website done using ASP.NET Core MVC. This tutorial has the goal to create the DbContext class. DbContext is a bridge between the application and database. It is a entity framework class. So let's start. I'm going to create this context class here in models. So select models, right click with your mouse, select add and class. In order to be suggestive, I'm going to name it vegetables context. To know, this is the context class. This is the class which contain DbContext. Click on it. Here you go. So this class has to inherit from DbContext class. Yeah, DbContext. Yeah, we have error because we have to import entity framework core. Yeah, here you go. In order to be able to create instances of this class, we have to declare a construct. So I'm going to create a construct of this class, vegetable context, and we have to use as a parameter DbContext options to configure the options for DbContext. And obviously we have to create a object based on this class DbContext options. If I hover DbContext with my mouse, you will see the IntelliSense offer us a very large explanation. Mainly, as I told you, DbContext is a bridge between application and the database. Also, we can say, based on the explanation of IntelliSense, that a DbContext is a instance used to query the database and save instances for our entities. In our case, the entity is our vegetables class. Also, as I told you, this class, which will be passed as a parameter by this constructor, is used to configure the options for the DbContext. But also, as you can see, it is used to create instances of these classes. Yeah, because it is not designed to be directly constructed in your application code. Alright, also we have to declare a dbset property which is the entity of dbset in our case. It is the vegetables class, yeah? And I'm gonna to name this property vegetables. Yeah, actually this property will hold the collection of objects of this entity, and the entity is this vegetables class. Also, if I have a DbContext, you can notice the IntelliSense also give us a very large explanation, but mainly dbset it is used to query the database to save instances of our entity. In our application, the entity is the vegetables class, but also this property will give us the opportunity to use link queries against dbset. Also, we need a method called onModelCreating. This model mainly is going to be used to enter data to the fields of our database. So this method is going to be protected, override, on model creating. So this is the name of the method, and the parameter passed by this method will be a class model builder. This method is this class model builder is used to assign values to the fields of our database, and to do so we have to create this object model builder. Yeah, okay, curly brackets. Yeah, I forgot to write void. Yeah, okay, so that means this method won't return anything because is void. The type is void. Yeah, I can hover this method as well on model creating, and here is the explanation. It's a bit different what I told you, but just I try to simplify the things. So this is the main using of this method to enter the data in our database. Yeah, together with this model builder, which is used as a parameter passed by this method to insert values, to assign values to the fields of our database. Yeah. Also here I forgot to put this space because all these options must go back to the base class, which is vegetables context. Yeah. Here you go. Okay, I come back here inside this on model creating method, and here I'm gonna to use the object model builder, and we need the entity. So which is our entity? Our entity, it is vegetables class. Yeah, parentheses, and we need to indicate that we want to add data to our database. Yeah, therefore I'm gonna to use this hash data, semicolon. If I have a hash data, you can see this is used also to see the data. Yeah, this entity to have seed data. Alright, so now I'm going to create instances of vegetables class. Yeah. Okay, so let's open this class. So I've got here the following properties: vegetable ID, name, quantity, and price. Yeah, so I'm going to assign values to them. Vegetables ID, name, so spinach or spinach, quantity, let's let it be 20, and price. Yeah, I forget to put the double quotes. Here you go. And now I'm going to copy this instance a few times. And here broccoli. And I think it's enough. It's just an example, so we don't need to write too much here. 104. Here you go. So as I told you, we have to indicate that we want to add data to our database. That's why I use this hash data. And also, if I wouldn't use hash data to seed the database with values to its fields, then Entity Framework would create a database with tables or with table and no data in it. Yeah, so that's why I use this hash data to seed our table and database with values, assigned to all these properties created inside this class vegetables, which actually is the entity of our DbContext here in this class vegetables context. Yeah, so all these properties, vegetable ID, name, quantity, price, will be the fields of the table. The table will carry the name of the DB set, namely vegetables. So and all these value assigned to these properties will be sent and assigned into the fields of the database. Okay, so let's save our work. I go through one more. Yeah, here I need to change the ID 9. Here you go, everything is alright. So let's release our app just in order to see if we have errors. Yeah, everything is fine, no problems. Our website works properly. Yeah, of course, meantime, as I go through this application, I will change the interface of this website. But that was the goal of this tutorial, to create the class which will contain the DbContext. DbContext is a bridge between application and our database. Thank you for watching this video tutorial. I'm waiting for you to watch my other video tutorials. See you next time. Bye bye.